Okay, hello everyone. I got my Milo shirt on, which is hilarious. And then Milo in front of me, my dog, who you love to make fun of because he eats all of Daisy's food. Erica's in the background smiling right now. And I want to just make a video today kind of piggybacking off the video that's already on the channel when this comes up. Probably about maybe 4 days before this one when it goes on the channel, about how to respond to intrusive thoughts. And today I want to talk about all the mistakes that people make when it comes to how to deal with anxiety in the moment, which I don't enjoy saying this, but I don't see anything that's correct, ever. Almost never. Any podcast, any big YouTuber, even the title of the videos are misleading and incorrect. So Phil at OCDRecovery.com. Let me know what you think about this. Do not sit in silence. Reach out. I work with people every day, new people. We all do, who come in from big organizations, well-intentioned individuals that talk about distraction, talk about grounding exercises in the moment, talking about just keeping busy. And while there's merit in building life structure, the way it's usually explained is incorrect, because they're like, I need to keep busy so I forget about my anxiety or my panic. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to build your structure so even if it never goes, you still have good habits, which is completely backwards. So I know he's like, what's going on here? I have never been in a video like this before. So anything that you do in the moment to try to redirect your attention during an anxiety or panic attack or symptoms is inherently incorrect. Now, when you're at work and you're having background 6 to 7 out of 10 humming anxiety that feels like you're being electrocuted at all times, and I mean all the symptoms. I'm going to call it anxiety and panic, but this goes for all the symptoms that come with it. IBS, head tension, everything. Those symptoms are going to have to be there as you change your beliefs about the worst case scenario. Now, anxiety and panic usually is based off conditional life acceptance. It's not as much moral and other acceptance like conditional self-acceptance as it is life acceptance in general. The big beliefs are, if my anxiety doesn't go away, my life is ruined. I can't stand this. There's nothing worse than having anxiety. I hate these symptoms. I'll never be able to focus, etc. So let's start off with common mistakes I see every day, because I have to get my content from somewhere to break down. I don't enjoy doing as many myth-busting videos anymore because it's hard to do them in a very calm, concise way where people don't get upset because they hold on to these rigid routines that they do because they've been told this from every organization all over in different countries. And trust me, a lot of countries on this planet, when I work with like Eastern Europe, they're living in 1850. When it comes to anxiety and OCD advice. China, 1 billion people. India, 1.2 billion people. These people are living 100 years ago when it comes to the advice, when it comes to anxiety. And we hope to change that. That's why our next big market is hopefully China. And we work a lot with India. I have dozens of people from India every day. Or every week. So go on YouTube and you type in anxiety and panic. What are all the titles where you go? You go nowhere. All the titles of the video are usually how to stop anxiety, how to get away, how to calm yourself down during a panic attack, or how to escape anxiety in the moment, or something like that. Already off the bat, there's no need to watch the video. Because if the video title is that, they're not just going to automatically go, can't say for sure, to good information. I've watched too many of them. Again, these are well-intentioned individuals, but unless you've had chronic anxiety and chronic OCD, it's like me trying to explain to you it's like to be a dog. You know, and not in like a political sense. Or me trying to explain to you what it's like to have a menstrual cycle. I don't know. It doesn't matter if I was an OBGYN and I wrote 100 books on gynecological pathology and physiology. Doesn't matter. You won't understand. You can know a lot. You can treat a lot. But your personal experience with a female that comes in who's having, say, UTI, you cannot connect with them on that level. Accepting that is a key part of life. So you'll watch these videos and it will tell you all sorts of stuff like deep breathe in the moment, grounding exercise, 5 things you could touch, 5 things you could see. But what you don't understand is on the other side of that coin, oh, he loves it. Look at this. Oh my God, his chin, babe, is like, he's loving it. On the other side of those videos or those techniques, you are instilling a secondary and tertiary belief. When you do something, it's not just a primary belief in the behavior. There's usually secondary and tertiary problems that follow that. The Ellis books explain this perfectly, okay? Which is, okay, primary problem number one, if this anxiety disrupts my relationship, intimacy, sex, vacations, marriage, if this anxiety and panic interrupts my career, advancements in my career, concentration in meetings, then my life is ruined. Primary problem. Secondary problem, escape mechanisms grounding exercise, but that's instilling the follow-up tertiary problem, which is another belief, which is just like the first belief. Oh my God, why isn't this working? Or it works short term, then it comes back. What you actually need to do is you have to learn to feel confused in the moment, feel the anxiety, and not run away from it, which by default creates a short-term to medium or long-term increase in anxiety. Now, yes, are you going to watch that like an internal hawk? Of course. Is that a good thing? No, but it's partially automatic. Usually, the extreme chronic symptoms of anxiety and all sensations that come with anxiety and panic are stimulated from a primary belief, which is, again, conditional life acceptance. If I notice this for the rest of my life. If you're working with someone and you have had chronic symptoms for a while and they have never said the word beliefs, they've never talked about, if I notice this forever, my life is ruined, I can't stand the anxiety and panic, it affects my intimacy, it affects my career, it affects my vision, it affects everything, then you are working with the wrong person, because that won't work. I've worked with hundreds, if not thousands of people who have come in and said, work with someone, did a bunch of exposures, but I think they might have explained it improperly to me. We just talked to a guy today, came from one of the biggest anxiety centers on earth, and they were like, just let it be there, which is great. That's a key part. But the way they even explained letting it be there is wrong. Let it be there, keep yourself busy, go to work. If you do that, it will go away. Even though they're not saying it, that's what you're instilling by doing that. That's not going to be enough. Just leaving something there to play out hasn't been working. Mild OCD, mild GAD, sure. Small cases of PTSD and BDD, body dysmorphic disorder, sure. Panic disorder, but panic disorder is usually not mild. It's usually severe. But there is mild OCD, mild GAD, and subtle forms of PTSD, etc. So, but it's not going to be enough. You're going to have to change your beliefs. You're going to have to read the books on the reading list. You're going to have to slowly break down that even if you remained anxious. If I had 5 out of 10 anxiety for the rest of my life, I already live with physical symptoms for so long, upset stomach, I have a running joke, I didn't have a solid stool for like 3 years, constantly gassy, aka farting, constantly couldn't keep any food down, thought I had every food allergy, gluten, dairy, everything, changed all the diets, went to all the bros. You know, I was a massive bro. I'm still kind of a bro, and that drives Rob crazy. So, I mean, I am from the Jersey Shore. So, I just don't take anabolic steroids anymore, and I'm not orange. Like my candle, like an orange candle right here. Milo's like, can you please let him just not let him escape? I have to show everyone what happens when you binge eat Daisy's food all the time. He went to the vet, and the vet was like, he could lose like 30 pounds. What is that, 13 kilos? And this is the mistake that everyone makes. So the reason why I want to jump on here and piggyback off that other video is because it applies to the same thing, intrusive thoughts, images, sensation, urges. By the way, I didn't even have a lot of intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts are not the main part for many people. I work with many people who don't even have anxiety, but they have chronic guilt and chronic shame. So you got to be realistic about if the person you're following is only coming from leaving it there, getting on with your life, and only talking about thoughts, their knowledge on OCD and anxiety is very, very low. Well-intentioned people, I always say, I'm sure a lot of these people, me and I could go out, go skiing, go snowboarding, hike them out and have a beer and get along on many topics. But when it comes to anxiety and panic and OCD at the chronic level, they're not really going to understand it because most of them have not had it. So in the mind of the non-sufferer, what they think they're saying is correct. And a lot of it has truth, but it's not going to be enough. How did I get to where I am today? You have to change the perspective that even if you never recover, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not going to work to avoid or distract. I'm going to work to build habits. I'm breaking down rejection and all the other things. Thank you again, Phil at OCDrecovery.com. When you message Phil, make fun of him, tell him I said to do it. Start off, be like, hey, Phil, you're ugly. By the way, I have an inquiry about sessions. So Phil loves when I do that. Okay, he doesn't. And hope to see you at the webinar. Remember, access to the WhatsApp groups, webinar, coaching calls. The WhatsApp groups are very specific. The amount of content that goes in there, you're never going to see anywhere else. I've never seen anything like it, and people say the same thing every day. We add people from all over the world. I work with every single country, basically, in Europe, even the small ones I've never heard of as an American, all over the place. It is a lot of fun. We can do translator calls if necessary, and we can go from there. Again, Phil at OCDrecovery.com. Hope to hear from you soon. Milo says, okay, guys, say bye. Say bye-bye. Goose. No gooses. Dude, your breath smells. Yeah, his breath smells. Have a good one, everyone.